Why do I have these fucking slides?
I wish you could see what they threw.
I'm grandma's son. Welcome back, everybody. Y'all are here again to come tune in with your girl AK and the infamous co-host Big Sydney in the building.
Hey y'all.
So yeah, we on episode 3. So if y'all been keeping up, you know we've been having a lot of shit to say, and each episode is getting way more juicier and way more interesting. So today's episode, we're gonna dive into who is more important, your best friend or your boyfriend. We're gonna cheers to that to start this episode.
Did you hear my gulp?
Cheers. And cheers to that.
We're already.
Oh wait, and what are we drinking? We're drinking.
Yeah, what are we drinking?
Lemon drop Cosmo.
A lemon drop Cosmo.
But it can't be a lemon drop by itself, or a Cosmo by itself. It's too much juice.
Cosmo. Cheers. Cosmo. Bitch, it is not juice. It's a cocktail. Sit.
Bitch, I needed that. To start this episode off, y'all know, if y'all been tuning in, I usually start off all my episodes off with like a little icebreaker to kind of, ease the mood until the topic we're going to talk about. So to start this icebreaker off, it's going to be red flags or green flags. So I'm going to give you like scenarios, and you're going to basically say whether it's a red flag or a green flag. And this could be either for a close friend or your man.
Cool.
So first one. Your boyfriend or your man doesn't want you hanging out with your boyfriend or your best friend. Mm-hmm. Let's redo that. Redo.
Bro.
Your best friend or your man doesn't want you hanging out with one of your close girlfriends because they think that they're a bad influence.
I would say that's a green flag, depending on the friend he's referring to. If I knew the friend, like if I knew the friend he's talking about, like it's facts what he's talking about, then that makes sense. Yeah. But otherwise, if it's really not like my friend, ain't nothing,
Yeah.
Personally, we're not even gonna get into that. No, I'm gonna just stop right there. Green flag.
Right. That's girl best friend or one of your close girlfriends asks you to cancel on your man to go out, but you already had plans with your man.
Red flag. Wait. Sorry.
My man.
What do you mean? It's not even about like
that part.
Choosing my man over my friend. That's on the same thing. Like if my boyfriend tried to tell me to cancel plans with my friend, and we already been planning,
I'm not canceling.
Whoever
planned. I had my plans with, I'm going with.
That part. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
End of story.
Red flag for sure.
Yeah.
Your girl best friend is mad because you canceled on them for your man. So like you had plans with your girlfriend, because we all done did that before.
Yeah.
So your girl, I think I'm gonna go first. I think that's I'm not gonna lie.
Yellow.
Y'all might kill me. I'm gonna say I think that's a green yellow flag, because sometimes that's needed. Like,
no, I ain't gonna lie. It really depends, because I ain't gonna lie. Listen, when I'm with my man, that tab paid for every time. So if we was,
I know that's right.
If we was about to go eat or something,
I know that's right.
I'm like, oh, I really didn't even have the money to go in the first place, so I have to take it.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then
no, Sydney will do that.
I just want to be with my man in general. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I'm always gonna choose, because sometimes you want to get away. Sorry, babe. Sometimes you want to get away from your man, and sometimes you want to get away from your friends. Mm-hmm. So, like, if it's one of the moments where I just want to be with my man, I'm like,
no. One thing I can say about Sydney is that girl, we will be in the middle about to go somewhere. She be like, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, Terrence is actually going to go. And we gotta bleep out his name, because y'all didn't know her name.
Yeah. I was already thinking in my head, dang, she just said his name.
It's okay. We're gonna bleep it out.
Bleep next.
Y'all be chafing it out. But yeah, so that is somebody, because I'm the friend that I'll be supporting it, because especially when you got a man that take care of you, and like it's a good vibe, it's a good time. Absolutely go with your man, because I'm not paying for the tab. I'm not paying for y'all tab, so you might as well.
Right. Sorry. Were y'all paying for me?
Okay. Next one. All right. So your man makes comments. Okay, your man makes comments when you go to hang out with your girl best friends. That's like underlining comments, like, you know what I mean, like the little slick comments, or like just always got something slick to say when you're going with your friends.
Red flag. That's annoying.
I feel like that's a little gay.
Levy vibe. Shut up.
That's what I say. That's gay. Upset? Like you being mad about my friends, that's a stretch. I would never care about.
For what?
That red flag. Okay. Red. So as you see, those are the red and green flags that we agree and don't agree with. So yeah, that wraps up the little segment for the icebreaker. So now we're gonna really dive into the juiciness of the battle between having a close friend or close friends and having a relationship at the same time, because sometimes it is a little hard to balance. So we're going to cheers to that, and we're going to dive into it. Cheers. So who do you feel like is a priority? Sorry. Straight to it. Straight to it. Who do you think is a priority?
Brother, if you see a future with your partner, I feel as if, your man is your priority. Just because, like, I'm thinking of, like, a partnership, basically like a marriage. Mm-hmm. Obviously, when you're husband and wife, even though, like, you're just boyfriend, girlfriend right now, but when you're husband and wife, your husband/wife is your priority. So if you're trying to work towards that to get to that point with the person you may or may not be dealing with, whatever, I think, like, me looking at it right now, like, my boyfriend, he's my priority. But still, like, my friends, like, I don't know, it's just like a different level. This is going to be such a hard topic because obviously it's like, no, I'm gonna cry.
I thought you said this is going to be such a hard
topic. Like,
I was like, we can take 5.
No, yeah. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, no, for real. Sorry.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
No,
it's too hard. Okay.
Back to the question.
For real.
I feel as if just knowing that I'm building with my person, I feel as if, like, he is a priority. But that doesn't make my friends less, I don't know how they word it, like less of one.
Like less important on the list, I guess. Like, yeah. I feel the same. Sense. I feel like if you know it's something you're working towards seriously, then it's kind of like, But then I feel like I deal with the conflict of like, because we're so young and we're not engaged and we're not married, obviously we still love the people we're with and stuff like that. But it's like, that's when I feel like the conflict comes in, because it's like, at this age, should I be putting my man before my friends? Like,
that part.
Should I put my husband before my friends? That's understandable. Putting my fiance before my friends, that's understandable. But it's like,
that part. And that's the word, like, priority versus like putting over. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to like put my friends, like when it comes to my boyfriend, my friends, I'm putting my boyfriend first. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's just like what's like more prioritized on your list. Like, everybody's a priority, but it's that like part. Which one is important? Because like when you have kids come above the husband and the husband. So it's like, exactly. I feel that. Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into this little topic. So basically, like, we've all had those moments where like we're going through something and we've called our friend FaceTime. We have a y'all, side note, we have like a little friend group, 5 girls. So when I'm saying everybody, I'm talking about like just our friends. I'm not speaking towards just me and Sydney specifically. I'm talking about like just any of the close friends that we may have, because we both have our same friend group.
Shout out Corey. Shout out Lana. Shout out Serenity. Love you.
Big mama.
Big mamas, y'all know.
The biggest. But yeah, but we both have like a lot of, we have our own friend group, but we also have friends outside of our own friend group. So when I ask these questions, it's kind of just like any scenario that we've been in or our friends have been in. So basically, we've all been in situations where like you've been in an emotional wreck or going through something with your man or whatever case may be, and you basically randomly call your friend. Do you expect them to like stop, drop, and be there for you? Like,
it depends, because sometimes I feel like when we have those moments, you be like, what are you doing? Like, we go ahead and just ask first. Like, is this the time? Right now? But I don't expect them to stop and drop like whatever they're doing just for me, but I do expect them to, like, to comfort me, of course, or like give me any type of advice. I may not want to hear it. I may want to hear it, whatever. But like sometimes, I just want them to be there, like an ear for me to vent to, someone to vent to. So that's what I expect. I don't expect them just to, whatever they have going on, whatever they may have been doing in that moment, it's all about me. They don't need to do that no more. No.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's say this. Say I call you boohoo crying, bitch. I'm like,
yeah, it feels like that.
Like, I can't take it no more. Like, I'm about to.
If you're messed up like
but
that.
listen to the rest of the story. You have a date. You're on the way. You have a date with your man. You're in the middle of doing your eyebrows. You getting cute. You're on the way. And I call you like, Cindy. Okay, Cindy. Like, would you cancel your date?
I would be like, do I need to come? These are my 2 scenarios. I'm going to automatically think like, dang, she really needs me there. So I'm probably going to text my man and be like, I ain't going to lie. We might have to like push it back maybe 30 minutes or something.
See, that's top friend material right there.
I would definitely, first thing I'm going to do is, hold on, let me call the restaurant and see if I can push it back like 30 minutes first.
I'm going to make both of these work.
I would definitely swing by, because that's my thing. I be always with so much. I try to fit in so much at once. And sometimes my mom be telling me stuff like, you can't do everything. You can't say yes to everybody. Yeah. So I'm that person that really try to figure out and make every situation work the most I can. Like, I would literally try to fit in going to come make sure you straight. Also going to make sure my man, we still got our date and make sure the reservation won't get canceled. Like, I'm always trying to figure out a solution. That's
okay, I got you.
Situation. So yeah.
Or okay, so in that situation, it could be either or. It could be situations where okay, I'm not gonna say men call you boohoo crying, but it may be situations where you with your girls kicking it, and your man call you like, bro, I just want to be with you. I just want to be around you and shit like that. So. Is there like some type of, do you feel like there's a guiltiness that comes with when you have to pick? Because I know we all be in situations where you have to choose one.
Yeah.
And I'll say for me personally, like when you and Corey had y'all's apartment or whatever the case may be, like it was so many times where like I would go all the way down there just so I could leave with my man. Like I didn't even come down there to be with y'all. Like it's like I'm just going down there just so I could leave with my man. More convenient. And sometimes I would feel guilty. Like sometimes when we were leaving, I would feel guilty on the way back home. Like I don't feel like I just used them to like come over here. So it's like, do you feel like you have some type of moments where you feel guilty for choosing one or the other over your man or over your friends?
Sometimes definitely it can feel that way for sure, because you can do, like I just said, sometimes you can choose to do things or choose to be with a certain person just out of convenience. Is that a word? Kind of, I think. I always do this. I'm always using these words. Out of convenience. I say convenience.
I don't think convenience.
It's probably not a word.
I think it's out of convenience.
Out of convenience. Whatever. Don't care. Sorry, whatever. But yeah, sometimes you definitely can feel like guilty. What you're trying to say, sorry, I literally just went blank. You can definitely kind of feel guilty when it comes to that, because there's times like I've hung out. I'm trying to think of a scenario. Let me try to literally think of a scenario. Kind of like, I don't know. Like, I would kind of say something like if you were to like leave your man or something, like when we went to Arizona or something.
Oh,
like thinking of something like that. Like if you're out of town and like your man be like, dang, I miss you. Like, I miss you too. You want to be on FaceTime with him, but you're over here like, but I still got to be with my friends.
Like,
I still want to talk to my friends, stuff like that.
Well, that's a good topic too. Being on vacation.
Being on vacation while having a man. Because, you know, if you go from seeing your man at least like 2-3 times a week.
And talking all the time.
Talking on the phone. Because like, me and my man, we still going to sleep on the phone some days. Like,
yeah.
So that's kind of like a normal thing. But when I'm out of town and stuff, I don't do that. Because it's just like, if I have my friend in the room, I'm not going to go to sleep on the phone with my man.
Do you feel like your man treats you different when you go out of town with your friends? Because I do. I ain't gonna see her a lot. I feel like it's a whole attitude. Like,
I was like, what I just tell you earlier today? Like, oh, hair on my tongue. Yep. I literally, when we're away from each other, we literally just established it literally yesterday. We were like, I feel like any day we're away from each other longer than like 2 days, 3 days max, that's how attitudes start coming in. But it's because we miss each other. So that's a real thing. Like when you get an attitude when you miss your person. Like, it's a real thing. So yeah, I would just basically say like it's more so like, not like he's like mad at me or jealous if I'm out of town with my friends, but it's just more so like, bro, bring your ass home. Like, why are you so out? Come back.
Because we be the same way.
I would be the same way. Imagine you being at home alone. You're supposed to be with your girl or your man, and then your man out of town with his friends, turning up lit. You seen all of their stories. I would piss me off. So
I literally just got disgusted thinking about it. I just got disgusted literally thinking about it. Like, why? Anyways, okay, let's before I get mad.
Right.
Because he about to go to LA and I'm about to get mad all over again. Anyways, so is it okay for your man / your best friend, either or, and depending on the situation, is it okay for them to be a little bit jealous? I'm going to go first. I don't think so. I feel like your man should understand, especially if it's a friend. Like say you already had a friendship established with your friends before your man came in the picture. He should respect the fact that those are your close friends, whatever the case may be. So I feel like having jealousy when it comes to being your friend, like me being jealous over you spending time with your man, or your man being jealous over you spending time with me. I feel like that shouldn't even be a conversation, because it's like we're sharing you at the end of the day.
I literally said that to him today because this is so funny. He's gonna be like, bro, why are you outing
Did
me
you plan this?
Podcast? Sorry, no.
You planned this?
No, that's so true, because I feel like you shouldn't. I was gonna say you shouldn't be jealous, but you gotta understand the fact, like you said, like these are my friends and you're my boyfriend. There's a boundary. There's a split. Like I have to spend time with y'all, and I have to spend time with my boy too. Like it's balance. Once again, you gotta balance. You literally have to balance it out. So it's like you should not be jealous about that. You literally have to share me. Like I just feel like you have to just, like I'm saying, balance it out. Like make sure you're not always with your man to the point where like you're not with your friends no more. Like I feel like all 5 of us, we haven't even hung out in such a long time. But that has nothing to do with just us being with our mans. It's because we have so crazy different schedules. And if someone's not at work, this one's out of town, that one's with her man, she's at work out of time. Like, you just never know what it is. So I just think it's all just about, as long as you're not spending overly more time with your friends all the time and not your man, that makes sense for them to get jealous. Because imagine having a boyfriend and you spending half your time, more than half your week's days with your friends.
Yeah,
and then vice versa. Imagine your friends were here first and then you get a boyfriend and all of a sudden you don't see your friends ever anymore. I don't ever want to be that friend. I hope I don't. I'm not like that friend, because one thing about me, when my friends tell me to hang out, they want to hang out or something, I'm going to go. Like, I definitely want to hang out with my friends. Unless something is like, I already have prior plans planned with my man. That's the only time I'm like, I already plan to go here. But if it's not planned, I'm going with my friends.
Yeah, facts. I feel like, them being jealous, like, that, I don't know, that's something that irritates me. Like,
space is important.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So
that's
important.
what I feel like is the problem. Like, I feel like when you don't have space in a relationship, that's when it, like, you doing too much of, like, being with your man. And it's either or. If you're with your friends too much, I was gonna say, if you're with your friends too much, you're gonna get annoyed. If you're with your man too much, you're gonna get annoyed. Everybody needs space to be in their own personal space, and then to go back and be around other people, so you can like balance it out.
Balance it out.
So you can balance it out. But yeah, so that just kind of, I just want to kind of dive into that whole little like, basically like the jealousy that can come with having a boyfriend and close friends. Because I know some people deal with that. I don't think I've ever dealt with that. I feel like all of my friends have always fake not like my boyfriend. Like, everybody has this argumentative relationship with him where it's like brother and sister vibes, but everybody's cool. And I will say, okay, one more question. So how do you feel like is a way to avoid that? I will say a way for me that I've avoided that is like including like both. Like having situations where I luckily have a situation where my man happened to already know my friends before.
We knew him before.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it all kind of just worked together and worked out that way. But it's like even with like my homeboys and stuff like that, or people that I didn't like, he didn't know. The first thing I wanted to do was bring everybody around each other. So it's like we all cool. Everybody like, it's not no weird energy, and you actually cool with them too now. So now it's like we all friends. So it's not no jealousy
big happy
nowhere.
family. We all cool.
So I was gonna say, well, I probably just said the same thing, but I was gonna say that ways you do it.
That's definitely a way to do it. Just bring them around, not to the point where it's always just separated, like me only strictly with my friends, only strictly with my man. Bring them around, especially if you see in the future with them. You might as well go ahead and get them comfortable with shit. We're not going nowhere now.
Facts.
Like,
like certain stuff, like you let them have their moment to do that, because that also gives them time to miss you and want to come back to you.
I was just about to say, you have to realize space is so important in a relationship.
Like, I want to get drunk with my friends and be calling my man on the way home.
I don't want to be like, he's so drunk and I turn around, my man's right there with me. Oh shit, I can't even call him because he's here with me right now. Like, no,
don't even get a drunk moment. Like, no,
you definitely want to have that space in your relationship, because you don't, like you said, you don't get to miss them. It's like, no, you don't. No, you just want to have those boundaries set early, so that you already know, when I'm with my friends, I'm with my friends. You're with your friends, you're with your friends. We have to have that space in between, or it's not going to work. I'm telling you right now, facts. It will cause problems in the future, for sure.
Yeah, facts. I will say I've learned that the hard way, because, well, not really the hard way, because I never really wanted to be like in my man's personal life. But it's like when it became too much for me, like I literally had to learn, like, you know what? Your friend group, that's your friends. My friend group is my friends. You know, we may dibble and dabble and go with each other's friend groups here and there. But I don't ever try to be like, every time I know you're going to do something with your friends, like, oh, I want to come. Like, no, I let you have your time. Let you have your friends.
You told me to come, I'll come. But
that's that part. So how do you handle or navigate, like, if your best friend is becoming too possessive or needy, or like your boyfriend is becoming too possessive or needy? Either or. Like, they need more attention. They need more FaceTime calls. They need more.
Go get you some friends or go get you a man. Period.
I like the way you wrap that up.
I'm not dating my friends.
Yes.
Because I noticed there's girls. I personally, I don't think I've dealt with that. Don't think so.
Yeah.
But I know people who have dealt with having friends who feel like their friends, like, they get so close to the point where they feel like they're dating their friends.
No, literally.
Not on the, like, gay shit for real, but it's just like they really over here overprotective, doing too much, getting mad, jealous over having other friends sometimes. That's a different thing. Sometimes it's like that possessiveness with having other friends. It's a different level when it's like your boyfriend and you have friends and they, no. So I personally think you have to set those boundaries early. Yeah. And basically just kind of let it be known, like, this is my boyfriend. And
like you said. So I'm so glad that I don't have that problem.
No, for
I'm
real.
so glad that all of our friends and all the people that I'm cool with personally, like, we all have an understanding of, like, we all have our own lives outside of that. So it's like, as long as you're a good friend, you support me, we do friend stuff, I'm not expecting nothing more from you than that. And if your friend is expecting more from you,
that part,
she might like you.
That part.
She might actually like you. So you might need to,
do that. Are more than friends.
Yeah, that part, that part. So. After all that, basically, what is, like, I guess what would be the final truth of the topic we're talking about? Do you put your man first or your friends?
Back to stage one.
After we discussed all that, what do you
that.
feel like? Do you feel like comes first? Okay, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm scared, but I hope my man or my friends aren't watching this because I don't want to make no one mad. I don't want to make either one of them mad.
I really okay.
But I'm gonna say, I'm scared. I'm gonna say, my friends.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I was waiting.
The only reason I'm gonna say my friends, I'm gonna justify it though, is because I feel like until I have a ring on my finger.
Yep.
I guess not. This sounds bad, but I was gonna say like a baby. Like unless you got like a family ties with somebody, a ring on your finger, you're married. At that point, I feel like you're still able to walk out of my life at any point. My friends aren't going to leave me, so it's like until we really tie that knot, I'm gonna always think that my friends are just a slightly bit. It's very slight.
This is like a so off topic thing, but I get it to where it's I can't talk. Whoa. I get it to where it comes to a point where it's like you and your man may be mad, y'all may have a little disagreement or whatever, and you gonna vent to your friend like, girl, he is pissing me off, blah, 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 whatever. That's a normal little argument. Yeah. And then you go back and obviously you're still gonna be with your man. But if it's to the point where you telling me so much in detail about what's going on with you and your man, and like y'all literally like you telling me like he done did some domestic shit, like
like some crazy shit,
things, like some really disrespectful things. Like I'm talking like really low down, not a normal argument, some real low down stuff. And you just come to vent to me, and I'm like, oh my God, and I like support you, and I lift you up, and I help you out in that moment. And you're like, thank you. And then all of a sudden you go back. It's like, just what type of friend? What are you even telling me this stuff for? If you're gonna still not even take my advice, like that's another thing. Like sometimes we're gonna take each other's advice, but on some stuff like that, stop coming and running to me. Like I don't want to be that friend that's gonna keep supporting and being here for you when you don't have him no more, you don't have no one else, and then as soon as things go back right, oh now I don't really hear from you no more.
That wraps up our second. Ooh, I'm tripping. That wraps up our third episode. Girl, we put some respect on our name. That wraps up. You're ugly. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. We're not used to doing this, so we try not to be corny as much as we can.
Yeah.
The corniness is coming from us not trying to be ghetto because we're trying not to be like too extra.
We don't want to embarrass our moms.
We don't embarrass. That are like. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, so I'm just trying to save myself. But yeah, that wraps up our third episode. I am so glad that y'all decided to tune in again for another episode of I Got Some Shit to Say. If you got anything that you want to get off your...
Oh, wait. I got more drink.
Yeah, come on. Because, baby, we done up here. So, yeah, that's how you know we have some shit to say because the drinks are empty. Because it's going to tie back into what we're saying right now. Like, depending on if that friend is a real friend or not, take our advice. If it's not a real friend, girl, yo man. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, okay?
Friends, some girls, they really don't have. We're lucky to have 4 friends, like 4. Yeah, it's 5 of us. We're lucky to have like 4 close friends that we know, like we can trust and stuff like that. A lot of girls over here, like, I have barely one.
No, literally, when I tell people that
only have their man, and it makes it easier for them. You only got your man, but it's hard when you have like a good partner and good friends, and you gotta balance both because you don't want to hurt no one. Yeah. So that's important.
That's my advice for I Got Some Shit to Say. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.